These paranormal investigators set out to explore an old, abandoned mansion, a place surrounded by a terrifying legend of a demonic jinn said to hunt the village's children. They entered seeking proof, determined to discover whether the legend was real, but soon they would learn the hard way that some stories aren't just folklore.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Tilay tam atmış yanıma.
Açalım mı kapıyı? Evin dışına mı çıkıyoruz?
Dışına çıkıyor evin dışına.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, one of them muttered as they pushed deeper inside. Suddenly, the door at the end of the corridor slammed violently shut, right before their eyes.
Allah! Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oğlum!
Bakalım sen ya.
Bakacaksın tabii oğlum. Yavaş yavaş git. Allah! Bismillah.
Destur bismillah.
The obvious explanation would have been the wind, but that night, the air was perfectly still. They burst into the room, only to find it completely empty. That was the entity's first warning, a chilling message that they had overstayed their welcome. Moments later, with their hearts still pounding, they began to hear heavy footsteps echoing above them. As they moved closer to investigate, something suddenly hurled an object straight at them. The situation was turning dangerous, with unseen forces seemingly growing hostile.
Allah! Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Had one of them leaned forward just a little more, he might have taken that hit to the face. Clearly, whatever haunted those shadows wanted to be left alone. But the team couldn't resist going further.
Ne oldu lan?
Bir şey düştü de. Destur bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Beşik mi lan? Oğlum bu beşik burada mıydı?
Vallahi bilmiyorum. Kur'an
Ha?
çarpsın hatırlamıyorum. Destur bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Destur bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
They ventured into the mansion's deepest, darkest section, and before they could even leave that place, another violent strike echoed through the hall, a warning too intense to ignore. Take a look.
Selamun aleyküm. Allah euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ne oldu lan? Allah euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ne oldu lan?
Bir şey düştü de. Destur bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Beşik mi lan? Oğlum bu beşik burada mıydı?
Vallahi bilmiyorum. Kur'an
Ha?
çarpsın hatırlamıyorum. Destur bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Destur bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
A group of men were driving along the toll road at around 2 a.m. From a distance, they noticed someone who appeared to be crossing the road. Out of curiosity and suspicion, they decided to start recording. Have a look. On camera, a dark, shadowy figure can be seen crossing right in front of them. What's truly strange, however, is that while they all clearly saw the figure with their own eyes, the camera captured absolutely nothing of its appearance. What do you think? Do ghosts really exist? Do let me know in the comments. A woman approaches her young son's room, frightened, as she knows that no one else is in the house. And yet, you can see the boy playing with something, tossing a ball. In the video, you can clearly see the ball bounce back with force after the child throws it, as though someone were truly there. But the moment the woman steps into the room, she finds that there's absolutely nothing there. It really does appear as though the child has been playing with someone. In fact, he insists that it's his imaginary friend. It is, without question, something quite terrifying. What do you think? Was the child's friend really just imaginary, or was there something more to it? This eerie footage was captured outside a Christian church in Brazil. The entrance door, made entirely of glass, suddenly began to move on its own just as this man was walking past. It looked as though invisible hands were knocking on it repeatedly. Yet there was absolutely no one around. Or something, or someone, trapped behind that door, desperately trying to get out. Whatever it was, there was nothing visible inside. And that's what makes this truly terrifying. The following footage was captured inside a house where something rather unsettling was caught on camera. The homeowner, who filmed this, owned several dogs, all treated with the same love and care as their own children. But at times, the dogs begin to act strangely, staring into empty corners, growling at things unseen. Initially, the owner dismissed these odd moments as mere coincidence. However, after witnessing what you're about to see, they became convinced that something far more sinister was going on. On this night, the owner was home alone when this footage was captured. And this wasn't the first time something disturbing had happened. Strange knocking sounds echoed through the house, with no clear source, as if something, or someone, was moving unseen just out of reach.
Wow. Happens all the time.
In November 2019, in Harriet Creek Ranch, Texas, a chilling video surfaced online, later shared across TikTok and Facebook. The footage shows a young girl clutching a flashlight, knocking frantically on the door of an apparently deserted house, alone in the dead of night.
No, please. Our dog is
The footage shows a young girl clutching a flashlight, knocking frantically on the door of an apparently deserted house, alone in the dead of night. She looks terrified, and though no one else appears in frame, it's evident she's fleeing from something or someone. As she pleads for help, she keeps glancing over her shoulder. Then, without warning, the footage cuts to black. Police were alerted soon after the clip went viral, yet the girl was never identified. Some claim she was being used as bait to lure victims into opening their doors. Others insist a shadowy figure can be seen hiding just behind her, though this has never been verified. One theory links her to a missing child case from South Dakota. In February 2019, 9-year-old Serenity Dennard vanished after fleeing a youth home in the Black Hills area. Witnesses alleged sightings of her in Justin, Texas, only days before this video was filmed. The fact that the girl knocked on an unoccupied house suggests she wasn't familiar with the area, supporting the theory. Though she bore a striking resemblance to Serenity, authorities never confirmed a connection between the two cases. Sadly, little more has ever been revealed, and what truly happened to that young girl remains one of the internet's most unsettling mysteries.
Help, please. Please help.
No father would ever wish to see his daughter in such a condition in the middle of the night. Yet, this man had to. He witnessed his little girl wandering in her sleep, quietly sitting in another room. But what he saw next was chilling. 2 hands were gently stroking her hair from inside the closet. Whose hands were those? The camera didn't capture any figure. Whoever it was seemed to be enjoying playing with the girl's hair. As soon as he approached her, those strange hands vanished into thin air. When he got closer, he noticed a doll lying inside the closet. Shaking the girl awake, he realized she was still fast asleep. So what exactly was happening here? If you can make sense of this, share your thoughts in the comments below. This footage from Brahmapur, a city in Odisha, was uploaded to YouTube back in 2019. It was actually recorded at MKCG Hospital in Brahmapur, showing a locked door moving entirely on its own. One might say it's a prank, that perhaps someone is hiding behind the door and the public is simply being deceived. But before drawing any conclusions, listen to the full story. Following this incident, several others at MKCG Hospital reportedly experienced strange occurrences, and soon even the CCTV cameras began capturing them. A mysterious light was seen on the footage, appearing at dusk each night within the hospital premises. Cameras positioned at various locations recorded this phenomenon, prompting the hospital staff to conduct a thorough investigation. What are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comments.